Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Joseph's Market, Front Street, Waterville, famous for fine meats. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue, Waterville, serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. And by Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Kennebec Savings Bank Field in Winslow, where this afternoon here on The Score, we bring you live coverage of boys high school soccer as the Winslow Black Raiders host the Lawrence Bulldogs. I'm Mike Violet. Welcome to the broadcast. I'll bring you the play-by-play here this afternoon. A.J. Knight is alongside for the call with me, and our cameraman today is Galen Neal. We had a chance to see Skowhegan last week, and they played well in saw Lawrence last week, and Lawrence lost to Skowhegan, who played well in that game 5-0. We were very impressed by the Lawrence goalkeeper, Landon Grip, and he's going to have to play well today because Winslow certainly doesn't return with the horses that they had last year, led by the lead horse, Andrew Poulin, who scored 50 goals last year.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You got to replace 50 goals, but Winslow still has some very good players and a young goalkeeper themselves in Max Spicer, who is replacing Jason Reynolds, the senior who graduated and took his talents basketball-wise to the University of Maine at Farmington. Lawrence is 0-3, and Winslow is 0-2-1, so somebody hopes to win a game today.
It is possible to tie, though, in soccer relatively easily.
Which Winslow did in 2 overtimes. Their first time out against Erskine Academy. Gardner and Winslow did play to a 1-1 tie in the last game for Winslow. 2 overtimes in their first game, where Winslow lost to Erskine Academy 3-2.
Yeah, so it is possible to tie. This Winslow team, I think. You talk about a big transition, but they have a little bit more experience. One of the things we've been keeping track of in Central Maine sports this year, right, is number of seniors, because there's just this weird coincidence, not in any specific sport, but there's just not very large senior classes, it seems like, in a lot of places. This Lawrence team is one of the first ones we really talked about that with because they have no seniors and only 5 juniors, so an extremely young team. Winslow, from that team that went 16-1-1 and lost to John Babst. 6 seniors, 4 juniors, and they're just looking to replace a lot, like you said, and that's a tall task when you have someone that dominant. It becomes, that I think, that much more challenging, even if you have some really talented players, right? They didn't fill a role that they were in before, so they kind of got to adjust to that.
So Winslow, a Class B Northern Maine, my old roots there, Northern Maine finalist, as AJ said, losing to John Babst in that Northern Maine championship. So Winslow's schedule this year, because of reclassification, you've got a whole bunch of different schools that they're playing here this year, but Lawrence certainly isn't a new opponent for sure. And Winslow, despite losing the likes of Andrew Poulin and Jason Reynolds, does bring back some veterans. Seniors Joey Richard is coming back. David Dowdy is here. Tyler Meadow, Jacob Owen is back, Brady Willett is back, Braden Roderick and Brady Poulin are all back. In fact, Richards was a KVAC first-team selection last fall. So they certainly have some talent coming back, and as we saw last week with the
It's definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Anderson is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Anderson.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, Manufacturing Manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Nothing brings people together like good food, so when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards, so be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan. Nokian Tires, available at 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro. Your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust. Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Plus, 201 Tire Battery and Service is a state inspection station. They have batteries and accessories, including custom battery cables available. And of course, those great Nokian tires. 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201, Vassalboro.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here live at Kennebec Savings Bank Field in Winslow as we get you set for high school soccer here this afternoon. Lawrence Bulldogs, Winslow Black Raiders. Both teams looking for a win. Winslow comes in 0-2-1, and Lawrence comes in 0-3, and they had a tough day at the office the other day. They lost to Waterville 11-0. So it has been a tough road for these Lawrence Bulldogs so far. Winslow trying to stave off these graduations that have certainly taken their toll on them, losing, of course, the outstanding Andrew Poulin, and in goal losing Jason Reynolds. So down in goal to our right for the Black Raiders is Max Spicer. To our left is Landon Grip. And we are set to go.
I think they normally say, right, experience is about taking your lumps. Lawrence taking their lumps so far this season.
Yeah. If adversity / losing builds character so far here through 3, Lawrence has got a boatload of character, that's for sure. And here at midfield is Nate Fodder. And we are underway here at Kennebec Savings Bank Field in Winslow. Glad to have you with us today here on The Score. Live audio and video coverage, as always, at 1160thescore.com and centralmainsports.com. Ball out. So throw in here, right near midfield. And Winslow comes away with it. This is Jacob Owen. They'll retreat and go back to Spicer and let him start things.
Big thing to, I think, keep an eye on is we saw Lawrence against Skowhegan. One of the things that really stood out is the chemistry and passing of Lawrence, Skowhegan, whereas Lawrence seemed to kind of go one-on-one.
Good speed. Joey Richards angles in. He's going to have a shot. Richards, and it is off the post or not? Did that go off the post? He went to the left side of Landon Grip. I lost sight of it in the maze of players. Anyway, it bounced back out. And it's a Lawrence ball. Good breakout there. Joey Richards flashing that great speed he has.
I don't know that you're going to get much better look than he got. Just couldn't keep it inside the pipe.
All that net to shoot at, and he hit a post. All right, driven in by Lawrence to the Winslow zone. Back to get it, Brady Willett. And back again they go to Spicer. Spicer punts it up. Knocked down by Lawrence. And a whistle. I think it was offsides. Blasted out, whistle just as it was. Not sure what the call is here.
Wasn't in the right spot, I think.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Or too quick of a restart, one or the either.
So they'll make him do it again. All right, blasted up. And Winslow with an opportunity here. Here's Roderick keeping it alive. Bounces it over to Renton O'Toole, a freshman out there for the Black Raiders. He'll have a throw in. O'Toole into Willett. Back to O'Toole right at the edge of the circle. Loose ball there. And Brady Poulin gets it back out front. Winslow with a chance here. They break in. And it is shot and a save. That was a great save by Grip with the left hand. That was a blast. I thought that was a sure goal there for the Lawrence. For the... Which team are they playing? The Winslow Black Raiders. Thank you very much. Here's Braden Roderick. A header, and that is wide. So Winslow with some pressure here. In the first few minutes, they've had a couple of goal-scoring opportunities. Landon Grip got a finger on one of them.
Yeah, that's not new for him, though. We expect, unfortunately, him, I think, all season to be kind of busy in the office.
All right, Grip going to kick it away. Chest. And off the chest there of Callum Goldsmith. And back in by Winslow. Raiders have carried the play here in the first few minutes. And up the right side, they're unable to keep it in. O'Toole. And back to retreat, Brady Willett. That went off a couple of players. Willett tries it again. It goes off a shin. Here's a chance for Lawrence. Now it is broken up. Good sliding check there. And at midfield, the Raiders on the go. The lead pass for Poulin. Poulin with a head of steam. Gets it in front. Poulin in the circle. Shoots, and it's tipped by Grip over the net. Landon Grip has made 2 sensational saves here in the first few minutes.
No doubt about that. Again, another breakaway. Poulin, I think, had somebody to his left, decided to take it himself, and obviously I can't really argue with it. That was a pretty good shot on goal, but a heck of a save.
Yeah, we're going to get our first corner kick of the game. It'll be to the right of Grip. And doing the honors for Winslow, Jacob Owen. So Owen with the first corner kick of the game. Here it is. A header, and it is off a Winslow player. That might have been going in. That was a nice header there. Back out deep. Lawrence trying to clear. Can't. Kept in. Great work by Winslow. That was Braden Roderick. Roderick, a shot, score! Not Roderick with a shot, but he set it up. And Winslow leads it 1-0.
A nice one there. It's I think I feel bad for Grip a little bit, right? After he makes some just absolutely awesome saves there. That one might have just fooled him a little bit. Might have lost it in the traffic.
Was it Brody Willett?
12.
It was 12. All right, I thought it was 2 or 12. Joey Richards, I should know that. So Richards scores. So Richards, an all-KVAC player a year ago, scores first, and it's 1-0. Raiders keeping the pressure on, that's for sure. A little bump there, and it's driven out of bounds by Lawrence's Gavin Irving. That goal scored at 4:52. To make it 1-0. All right, that one goes wide, and Grip and Lawrence will have the ball here. Not much action down for Max Spicer. He's pretty much had the first 5 minutes off other than having a couple of balls played back to him.
And that's how it went for Skowhegan. I think you see that with Lawrence, right, in their inexperience. They just struggle to really possess the ball.
Indeed. Here's Willett with a steal. And that's just what we're talking about here. All right, a steal now by Lawrence. Bulldogs, Jacob Benner. Over midfield, played it ahead. Black and orange there to intercept, though, as Willett gains control. Lawrence with it back. It's pooched up and down the far side, Brady Willett. Away from the defender, up the right side. Broken up there for a moment by Riley Craig. Now Winslow clears it over midfield. It goes out. Raiders throw it in. Throw into Renton O'Toole.
That's a soccer name if ever I've heard
Indeed.
of it.
Loose ball, midfield. Winslow comes away with it. That's what they've done so far. They've been on everything. And the Raiders with a 1-0 lead. Over midfield to Poulin. Poulin broken up. Back out the middle for Owen. Owen's kick in the zone, cleared out immediately by Captain Ryan Tilton. Now Winslow on the march. It is Owen. Owen ahead for Poulin. Poulin shot wide.
I'd say so. That one not only rolled past the goal, it's going to roll all the way out the back. That'll be good for the stoppage time.
We're 7.5 minutes into the first half, and it is 1-0 Winslow. Driven out by Landon Grip. Picked off by Winslow. Raiders play it ahead. A lot of speed. Jumping up there was Joey Richards. We've seen him flash it. He's had the goal in front off the knees of a Lawrence defender, and here's Tilton. Tilton right side, that's out.
And that's really the problem I think Lawrence suffers from, is just stringing together passes.
Yeah, they haven't been able to do that in the 2 games, well, the 1 game plus this that we've seen.
Yeah.
It's stringing together passes to allow you to get some possession time in the offensive zone.
Yeah, instead it ends up just being like a clear, and then you go right back on defense.
There's Owen, and they're going to go right back on defense. Open man is Blakely. Blakely down low to Roderick. Roderick doubled, and it is taken away, but Blakely gets it right back. Jumping up for Winslow, Willette drives it in deeper, and O'Toole on the far side able to save it. Nice move. Boy, did he juke his man there. O'Toole, another fake, a shot or a pass, I should say, in front, looking for Poulin going to the net, broken up by Lawrence. Good moves there by Renton O'Toole. You can see why he's getting playing time as a freshman.
Poulin actually got deflected. Otherwise, I think that would have been dead center for Poulin. He just had to put it on net.
All right, grip goes back to Fetch. Nary a ball boy to be seen. So
there's I thought I saw one on the sideline. Where's the vest?
Well, I see Jim Burgoyne, who is the AD, acting as a de facto ball boy. That's it.
Well, don't say he doesn't earn his money then.
Exactly. Like an athletic director needs something else to do. Poulin with the breakup, because those guys have so much free time.
They're not busy at all.
No.
I heard he was golfing most times.
Right. I think he'd like to play golf. Man, that is a demanding job. You could not pay me enough to be a high school athletic director. They work a lot.
Well, I mean, we saw him. He was here last week for girls soccer. We saw him this weekend for football. Now we're back here for boys soccer.
And now he's being a ball boy, too.
Yeah. I think I might have seen him work the chain gang a little bit during the football game.
Yeah, because they were short, that's for sure. All right, Lawrence with a breakup here. Trevor Pellerin, impressive sophomore that we saw against Skowhegan, can't keep control of it. Winslow works it ahead. Joey Richards, look out. To O'Toole. O'Toole in open field, lost it, stolen. Lawrence able to clear. All the way back, and Max Spicer, just to get involved, grabs it. All right, Spicer up the middle. Poulin pooches it up to Richards. Richards over on the right to O'Toole. He handles. Winslow on the sidelines. They get a couple of people going to the net. Richards with a header. It's going to go over. Richards is always dangerous. If you're not on him, he is a threat.
Richards got some height on that, too.
He did. There's some jumps there.
That was football coaches needing maybe a jump ball receiver. I
Yeah.
mean, we already see a golf guy getting up on one of the kicking teams. So,
Landon Foster of Coney.
He got
the new best kicker in Maine.
He's got leg.
And we'll see him Friday night as the Coney Rams take on the Messalonsky Eagles in high school football.
That's going to be a good one.
Yes, it is. Game time 7 o'clock from Meso. Cleared up by Lawrence. 28-15 to go in the first. Raiders 1-0 and a goal by Joey Richards just shy of 5 minutes in. This is going to go all the way out.
I will say, though, while we're discussing kickers, definitely I feel like in consideration, and my vote for best kicker we've seen thus far has got to be Hobby from Winslow.
Hassan Hobby.
Not only did he make a go-ahead field goal, he then got the game-sealing interception.
Right, so he's a hybrid. He's a kicker slash defensive back.
As you see so often.
In high school, when you got 25 guys on the roster, that's what you end up getting. All right, here's a blast over the net by Richards. Again, a left-footed kick, and it's high and wide.
Richards making sure to wear out the ball boys or the ball retrievers behind the net.
There aren't any. That's a parent down there going after that one with Jim Burgoyne in tow. But, Hobby hit a 34-yard field goal to win that game. That would have been good from 40.
Yes, 100%.
He's an impressive looking young place kicker. All right, here's Richards. Check that, not Richards, but Owen. Owen, back to Roderick. Nice moves. Tries to get it ahead. Intercepted there briefly by Nate Fodder. Winslow right back on it. Willett, it's kicked out. And it's Brody Willett on the throw-in. Ends up right back on his foot. Beats his man to Richards. Richards looking for open space. Richards finds it, shoots, misses.
That was a heck of a little two-man game there. I think Richards wanted to shoot that a little bit earlier, just couldn't quite get control of it.
So Lawrence ball. Here's landed grip. Shank that one. That'll be an easy pickoff by Winslow. Braden Roderick. Roderick way over on the right side to O'Toole off the side of his foot, looking for Richards. He's right there. Contested by Tilton. Comes away with it. Hit the post. Oh. Joey Richards normally buries that. He missed. Back it goes to Roderick. Winslow 1. Lawrence nothing. Over in the middle for Owen. Back to Owen. Owen wields one, and it's wide.
Sort of feel like the snipers kind of testing out where they can kick from, getting some space as they hone one in, then all of a sudden Lawrence really could be in trouble. But I think Richards, I got him down for 3 shots officially on goal. 2 of them have hit pipe and 1 went in.
Yeah, that's some pretty high-quality shooting right there. O'Toole pooches it ahead, takes it in, and hits the side of the net.
Ran out of angle.
Yep.
Tell you what, though, for him, mention him be a freshman, he's going to be a good player.
Yeah,
he's already a good player.
You can see the mad skills. Picked off by the body of Poulin. Poulin runs over a Lawrence defender, and that's going to get a whistle. Running over Hunter Henderson there.
Going to get our first sub for Winslow coming up. Ethan McCaslin, junior defender, standing on the sideline here.
All right, Owen ready for a free kick. Here it is. Nope. It's a fake over to Neto. Neto blocked. Neto got stuffed on a good defensive play there by Dawson Chapman. Chapman a lead pass. A race for it. Back is Willett. Willett will pooch it back to Max Spicer. That's not a good play by Spicer at all there. Would have been better off fielding it and punting it. All right, a header to keep it in. But Winslow snaps it up, and here's Willett on the bust out. Willett ahead to Poulin. Poulin ahead of the pack is Roderick. Roderick, nice spin move. Roderick to the net right there, and he scores. Braden Roderick.
How about the little spin move there?
Yes.
By Roderick, too. As you're watching the stream, you will see that was nice.
Time of that goal, 18-19. And Roderick. No post hit there.
No.
Makes it 2-zip.
And again, that whole break started. Lawrence had possession down, but just, again, I think you'd see that young team that hasn't played a ton together, just couldn't get the crisp passes.
Boy, Winslow just relentless here. Centering pass, nobody home. Just rolled through. All kinds of open space there. Nobody from black and orange around at all. Poulin keeps it alive. Poulin defended by Jacob Benner. Forces him back to midfield. Blakely. Now they get it up. Owen. A little pooch ahead to Richards. Richards loses his footing. May have gotten some help in the process, but he goes down. The ball goes out. And we will have a fan act as the ball boy.
Yeah, make that announcement they do at baseball games. Please retrieve foul balls and bring them to the dugout.
And she kicked it about 7 feet up near the edge of the goalpost.
Well, the way Winslow's been shooting, that's actually not a bad spot to have a spare one.
Exactly. All right, grip. Can't get it out of the zone. It went off the head of a Lawrence player. Goes off the body now of Callum Goldsmith. Kept in by Winslow. The shot rolls wide. Not much on it. Tyler Neto with a lefty kick.
Yeah, I think if I'm Winslow, not saying you can't make it from there, but I think you're missing. You're taking shots, 20 yards out when one more pass gets you shot 15 yards out. And I think they're kind of just happy to pull the trigger when one more pass is probably the right move.
And grip can't get it past Jacob Owen. Owen has it blocked. It ricochets back to Poulin. Poulin broken up. Good defense being played there by Dawson Chapman, who is a really good defender. He loses his footing. And they keep it in, and O'Toole probably offsides.
Yeah, I think so.
Today's game is brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Find them online at cmautogroup.com. 21-26 left first half. It's 2-0. Winslow. Raiders have dominated. When we get to halftime, AJ will have some interesting numbers, that's for sure. Here's a steal in the offensive end by Owen, that is, kept in by Winslow for the moment. Now Lawrence able to get it over midfield. That hasn't happened much. Here is Riley Craig. Craig gets it ahead of the pack, running after it down there, Johnson, and it goes out.
A nice job there, Winslow. Just kind of shield the offensive player, let that roll out and be a goal kick. So nice job there by Richards.
Caden Giroux coming in. He's another freshman for Winslow. Corvin Veyu is coming in for Lawrence. He also is a freshman. And freshman Renton O'Toole checking out.
You think it's how much more you think that ponytail you got weighs in this humidity? 5 extra pounds? 10
I don't know
extra
about
pounds?
that. I've never had a ponytail before, so I am certainly not qualified to walk in Renton O'Toole's shoes. All I know is that boy can play soccer.
That's no doubt about that.
He is good. He is an impressive young player here in Winslow. Raiders throwing it in here with 20 minutes to go in the half. We're halfway through. And right out in front, there's Owen with a shot and a score. And right now, Winslow just pouring it on. Goal comes at 20:03. And it is 3-0. Who got that goal?
Owen, I believe, 10.
That's what I thought. Jacob Owen.
And that's what I think. That's sort of what I was talking about, right? They've been blasting from outside the box. There, you take an extra pass. Owen has an extra second, gathers himself, and puts it in the back corner.
Winslow, right off the kick. Willette works it up, angles it to the middle, looking for Richards. Cleared out of there smartly by Dawson Chapman, one of the Lawrence captains. Goes out far side. It'll be a Bulldogs ball.
One of the other things, I feel like in the Skowhegan game and, half of a half here for Winslow and Lawrence, it seems like the other team just swarm a lot more to the ball, too, especially on the defensive end when Lawrence happens to get the ball down there, and that allows you to quickly kind of change it and go the other direction.
Well, I think what you've got is kids from Winslow who I think have played a lot more soccer than the kids from Lawrence have.
Again, it is a super young team.
Yeah, it is. And also there's that. And then there's the chemistry thing that we talked about in Skowhegan and that clearly we see on display here today. For Winslow, there's a steal, a shot, not much on it, and an easy save for Max Spicer. The steal by Jacob Benner.
Yeah, Benner, I think, thought he was a little bit closer than he was.
Yeah, he should have taken that right in.
Yeah, just didn't get much on that.
Black Raiders drive it in. Roderick over to Richards. Can't handle it. Now Owen tamps it down. Owen, nice pass ahead to Roderick. Can Roderick get a shot off? He fakes. Roderick going one-on-one. The shot by Owen is over the crossbar. Boy, we had a great angle on that one. Good shot by Jacob, but just a touch high.
Yeah, we saw one like that. Skowhegan, I forget who. It was number 2, I believe, for Skowhegan. I'm blanking on the name, but put one perfectly up and over grip that he just couldn't touch, and it just hit the bottom of the top of the top crossbar and dropped in. It was a nice shot. Nearly that again.
Intercepted by Winslow. Stop me if you've heard that before. Willett. Pooched back in. Now Willett has it. Takes it right to the net. Richards. Oh, what a great move. Richards with a shot and a save by Grip. That was the move of the game so far by Joey Richards.
And right there again, Grip.
I'll date myself now and say that looked like Pele right there. All right, is that a reference you get?
I know who
okay.
he is, yes.
All right. Do you know who Pele is? Okay. Do you know who Pele? Even Galen knows who Pele is. You obviously know who Pele is. You're old enough to know. Men of a certain age, all here in the press box, know who Pele is. That was a Pele-like move.
Men of a certain age.
All right, here's a steal by Owen. Jacob Owen gets it back. He makes a nice move. Tries to get it to Richards. It's blocked. Lawrence able to get it out from the area near the circle. And the Bulldogs is blasted out of bounds. They got possession of it, but Connor Letourneau drove it right here in front of us.
I don't want to sound like a hypocrite, but I think in Owen's case on that last one, that might have been a case where you're being a little bit too unselfish because he had to get that through 3 Bulldogs in the box, and it did not make it to Richards.
All right, the throw in here by Cooper Blakely. Blakely, after it was taken by Lawrence, knocked it back out himself. Vayu throws it in, and they say what? I'm going to give it back to Winslow. Owen, that is. Back to midfield. Right there to Brady Willett. Cleared out, and back to fetch for Winslow. Cooper Blakely. Blakely with a blast. Into the zone. Cleared out by Ryan Tilton, or cleared to midfield. Poulin retrieves. Right side to Justin Rogers, who just came in. Winslow, they get it in front. It's cleared out of there. Good defensive play there by Nate Fodder. 3-0 Winslow. Up to Owen. Now to Poulin. Poulin in traffic right out in front to Neto. Neto shoots and scores. That was ice cream right there.
Yeah, Neto, I think, was just right there by himself. And kudos to Poulin because he almost had like eyes in the back of his head on that assist.
Time of the goal, 24-35 of the first half. And it's for Love.
Poulin's second assist.
Lawrence gets it over midfield. Stopped, though, by Winslow. Picked up by Poulin. They pooch it ahead to Richards. Richards, great move. Richards breaks away. Richards, look at the moves. In and out, zagging and zigging and zigging and zagging, and an open net is cleared by Corvin Vayu. Winslow keeps it in. Vayu knocks it down. Bumped off the play. Rolls back now, though, to Caden Giroux. Giroux to Richards. Richards lays it up. Rogers. And Vayu. And it is out. And I think they're going to give it to Lawrence.
Yeah, Rogers played it out a little bit too far in front and went over the end line.
All right, Renton O'Toole coming back in for Winslow. He wears number 11. You can see him running away from you at midfield, and out for the Raiders, Cooper Blakely. Ball's out, far side. The throw into Owen. Owen beats his man, drives and scores. So Owen with 2. And it's 5-0.
There again, I think that's the difference. You see the distance Winslow taking shots inside the box versus outside the box.
Time of that goal, 25-15, so just 40 seconds between the two goals. So let's update you on the score. It's brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Richards and Roderick, each with goals. Jacob Owen with 2. Also Tyler Netto with a goal to make it 5-0. We've got 13:45 left in the first half, and our score and scoreboard update is brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a new career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com.
Right there, Lawrence got a look. Tilton took a shot, kind of just punted it up, though, a way off goal. And then you see Lawrence kind of, it's like the eyes get wide when they have a second, and they're just moving a little bit too quick.
Over midfield, Rogers. Rogers bodied off the play by Letourneau. Rogers gets it back, though. Rogers over to Giroux. There's O'Toole. He's playing back now. He was playing up when he started the game. So some versatility there from Renton O'Toole. Can play up, can play back. Steal by Tilton. Tilton taken away, though, by Poulin. Raiders with it to midfield. Owen up to Poulin. Poulin, man goes down. Poulin wheels right around him, and then it's broken up. Well, you can't commit yourself that quickly when Poulin or Richards have the ball. They're just going to go right around you. Here's Netto. Netto, and it's laid ahead to Rogers. Can he run it down? No.
Right look there. Rogers kind of caught flat-footed, though. I think that Poulin, he centers that up a little bit more. Rogers runs right to that and has a shot almost point-blank range.
So Landon Grip, the Lawrence goalkeeper. Well, I thought he was going to kick it away, but apparently he's not. Going to let Dawson Chapman do it. Free kick. Picked off by Poulin. Winslow on the go. Little lob pass up looking for Rogers. Broken up. O'Toole lets it come down. And it rolls out. That'll go to Winslow.
The first time I think Poulin's going to take a seat, but Richards comes back in. And that's, again, we talked about that I think a little bit with Skowhegan, and that's where this Lawrence team, again, no seniors, only 5 juniors, super young team. Winslow can rotate Richards, Owen, Poulin. You got those playmakers out there continuously where I think Lawrence just trying to develop chemistry and find those playmakers.
All right, O'Toole gets it into Giroux. And pass over to Willett. Pass stolen by Lawrence. Bulldogs get the ball up as far as they have in the game. And it ends up out.
Off of Lawrence shin over the end line for a goal kick.
10.5 to go in the first half. It's all Winslow. Raiders on top 5-0. Midfield, that misses everybody. Now jumping ahead of the pack is Roderick. Roderick shows some speed. Roderick with a shot and a score. Braden Roderick makes it 6-0.
That one just body and speed. Box out and then run in front of it and get yourself basically a wide open shot on goal.
You know, that used to be my nickname, Body and Speed.
Body and speed.
Right.
I believe it.
Time of the goal, 29-17. To make it 6-0.
Right. Like I said, Winslow, I think the biggest thing that was a detriment to them not putting goals in net was adding 5 to 10 yards on shots that could have been that much closer, and then they get inside that box and they've been deadly, especially because the passing has pretty much put them in great position to get almost one-on-one shots with the goalie.
Tomorrow it is high school field hockey. 5 o'clock game time for Messalonsky as Hamden Academy in Oakland to take on the Eagles. We'll have it all right here on The Score and stream it live, audio and video at 1160thescore.com and also at centralmainsports.com, as always. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. All right, Winslow, relentless. That's off the shin of a Lawrence player. Rolls just out.
Yeah, looking to center that one up, and nice deflection by Lawrence, but Winslow, relentless, as you said, right back on the attack.
And grip, and that gets pooched in by Brody Willett. And it's 7-0.
That was a nice play there by Willett. I thought for sure that was going out of bounds, and he was able to kind of save it off the deflection and put it in.
.30-54, the time of that goal. If this were a football game, they'd go to running time, but we're already on running time. All right, Winslow on the attack. Jacob Owen. Back to Richards. Richards up to Willett, and Willett scores again. And it's 8-0, and he has scored 2 in a row.
How about that? I think you just, as you watch, if you're watching our stream, you get to see a little bit of that passing display, and that is just too good.
21-24, the time of the goal. All right, Lawrence starts it out. Jeremiah Mason. O'Toole. Winslow starts it up. Here they go again. Roderick taken away from him. Good defensive play there by Chapman. They get it up. Far side for the Raiders. Blakely broke it up and cleared it all the way to midfield. Off the chest there of a Winslow player. Raiders get it in the offensive zone. Here they go. Down the right side, ahead for Roderick. Roderick in the corner, and he got blindsided by Tilton, and the ball taken by Tilton. Off the chest of a Winslow player. Up ahead to Neto. Neto's got a goal here in the half. Winslow has scored 8 as it starts to rain a little bit. And O'Toole. O'Toole blasts it ahead, and it's out.
Just a little bit too far for Winslow there. Trying to get a late start on it was, I don't have a 25.
I don't either. All right, throwing it in for Lawrence, Corvin Veyu. Good save there by Aaron Wolf, the head coach of Winslow. And O'Toole will throw it in. 7:05 left first half. Here's the throw-in to Blakely. Midfield. Ahead for Neto. Neto ahead of the pack to Willett, and he can't get it there. It's broken up by Chapman, and Chapman able to clear. Raiders drive to the net. The shot right there in front, and it's tipped in by Brody Willett again. And Willett has scored a natural hat trick.
Give that man a hat trick. And then this unfortunate for Grip, he actually got a fingertip on it, just couldn't get enough of it.
Time of the goal, 33-28 to make it 9-zip. Lawrence had an 11-burger hung on him on Tuesday. Winslow may get to that at halftime.
Yeah, it's a Winslow team that was, what did you say, regional finalist?
Yeah, they made it to the Class B North final, lost to John Bapst, 15-1-1 regular season. All right, Veyu comes over. He'll throw it in. Picked off by Winslow. Pellerin can't make the play. Raiders break it out. Here's Richards. Richards ahead. Richards still with it. Richards broken up. Good tackle there. Made on the play by Connor Letourneau. Raiders stick with it, though. Tyler Neto to the corner.
Offside.
Yeah. Heard that whistle, very faint, but it was there. So it'll go back to Lawrence with 5:40 left in the half.
Are you ready for this free kick, Mike? You ever seen a worse year in New York sports to start a year?
No. And I certainly, is Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets presented mixed emotions for me because I can't hate the Jets more, but yet I like Aaron Rodgers. I also can't hate the Buffalo Bills any more than I do. So last night was a major quandary for me. I was wondering if both could lose.
Yeah, fair.
But to see Rodgers go down 4 plays into his Jets career and was just nauseating just because I wanted to see, like everyone else, what he would do in New York with that team. And it was just really sad to see. And it hurts the NFL. The NFL is a better league when Aaron Rodgers is playing quarterback for someone in it, whether it's the Jets or the Packers.
Yeah, well, then that coming off the bludgeoning that the Giants took the night before.
Yes. Around here, again, if you're a man or a woman of a certain age, you're a Giants fan because prior to 1960, there were no New England Patriots.
Okay, I get it. The same reason I'm a Bears fan from Indiana. There were no, the Colts were in Baltimore for so long.
Yeah, and I don't know how you could cheer for the Colts anyway, but that's just me. But to see what happened to the Giants, and again, yesterday was Overreaction Monday. Everybody's going to overreact to one loss. Do I think the Cowboys are 40 points better than the Giants? No.
Right.
It was just one of those nights where everything went wrong as O'Toole hustles back. And last night, you got to give it to the Jets for withstanding that gut punch 4 plays into the game and actually winning the football game.
Josh Allen, man.
He's a turnover machine.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
I heard a crazy stat. Since he's been in the league, he's got 85 combined turnovers.
I think he's led the league. He leads the league since he entered in turnovers.
That's amazing.
And I think it's not even close.
Yeah, and I also saw some numbers earlier today on Twitter from Boston Sports Info from about mid-season last year after Mac Jones came back from the injury, comparing his numbers to Josh Allen's. They're much better, much better numbers.
Interesting.
And the biggest number that he's better at is interceptions.
Of course. Right.
I think in that amount of time, Mac has 4. So, and I'm not saying that Mac Jones is better than Josh Allen or anything like that, but he has got to clean his game up. There's a tremendous amount of talent there. He's got to clean that up.
I told you this morning, to me, that loss last night for Buffalo is one that I feel like can hang with you for the season. Just weirdly enough, because you had no business losing it.
You got to win that game with Rodgers getting knocked out 4 plays in, and you're the Buffalo Bills. You got to win that game.
Yeah, well, imagine too. So the standard in the AFC is the Chiefs. They lose opening night. The Bengals and the Jets before Rodgers goes down, and then the Bills have a chance to get an early 1-game lead. It's one, but it's an early one, and they all lose. I mean, the Jets don't, but they lose Rodgers, so balancing out there, but. The Bills and Bengals blew a chance to get an early 1-0 lead.
As did the Patriots.
Yes.
In their game against the Eagles. That's a game they should have won.
A toe drag away from, I think, possibly being
an
upset.
You've got to win that game. You've got to find a way, and the Patriots have got to, A, clean things up, and B, win close games. That's what the bugaboo is for them right now, is winning a close game. They had a great chance to do it against the Eagles and didn't. All right, great moves in close by Neto. Neto with 1:40 to go in the half. The shot, or the pass, I should say, is kicked away by Lawrence. Bulldogs clear it out. Over midfield for Lawrence, Connor Letourneau gets upended by O'Toole, and the ball rolls out, but I think we had a violation there on O'Toole.
And I think he got just a little bit too much body with under 90 seconds here. Lawrence, a chance. They're still looking for their first goal of the season.
Yeah, and Max Spicer's looking for his first save of the night.
No, he got one.
Oh, that's right?
Very, very not challenging. It just wasn't a lot on it, but he did get one.
All right. The drive up there by Chapman cleared out. Chapman back on it. Chapman knocked down by Rogers, and that'll stay with Lawrence. Free kick here for Dawson Chapman. A blast. Inside, and coming out is Spicer on a bounce.
That one actually found some empty space, just nobody was there for Lawrence either.
All right, 35 seconds left. Here's Richards. He doesn't need that long. Richards lobs it up for Neto. Neto trying to angle in. A shot coming out is Grip on the dive, and he makes the save.
Nice job there by Grip to really time that one and make sure he trapped it.
Cleared out to midfield. Callum Goldsmith. Nice play to himself. Spins it up. Tries to center. Nobody home as Chapman is behind the plate. Chapman breaks it up. Now a shot blocked by a defender. And that is it. First half done here at Kennebec Savings Bank Field. And a fun half it was for the Winslow Black Raiders as they put 9 on the board and lead by a score of 9-0 here at halftime. We will be back on The Score right after this.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing.
The better way to a better window. Renewal by Andersen.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Nothing brings people together like good food. So when you're cooking for the ones you love, why trust anyone but Joseph's Market? Joseph's Market is famous for their fine meats. Plus, no one makes sausage like Joseph's. They have 32 rotating flavors like Mexican chorizo, teriyaki pineapple, or spinach and feta. So there's something for everyone. You know, an apron is just a cape worn backwards. So be a superhero at your next cookout with fresh meat and sausage from Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville. Find them at josephsmarketmaine.com and like them on Facebook.
Mike Violet and A.J. Knight's back here live at Kennebec Savings Bank Field in Winslow. Galen Neal is our videographer here this afternoon, and Galen has had a lot of goals to capture on his camera. 9 of them. It has been a Winslow party here in the first half, and for the Raiders, it got started early when their guy, KVAC all-second-teamer Joey Richards, scored at 4:52. First goal of the game, it was 1-0. Winslow took about, 14 minutes to get their second goal, and that was the first goal of the game for Braden Roderick. Roderick scored at 18-19 to make it 2-0. Then Jacob Owen scored at 20:03. It was 3-0 at that point. Tyler Netto at 24:35 made it 4-0, and the rout was on. Jacob Owen made it 5-0 at 25:15. It took 40 seconds, or 50 seconds, I should say, for that goal to happen. And then it was Braden Roderick making it 6-0. And then Brody Willett went on a rampage where he got a natural hat trick, scoring the 7th, 8th, and 9th goals of the first half for Winslow at 20:54, 21-24, and 33-28, all adding up to 9. And like I said, it's been a party in the first half for the Winslow Black Raiders, who, for the most part, AJ, have done whatever they've wanted to do.
Yeah, I think really the only thing that has left, that I would say they kind of left on the table, and I think they changed it. You saw that in the goal scoring, especially with the Willett rampage, and a little bit before that, is they were kind of taking a lot of shots outside of the box, trying to bend some in, and just weren't putting them on goal. We saw the AD and some parents have to track them down as they went outside the fence, and I said, I think one more pass and you cut off maybe 5 yards from the shot, and I think you'll be fine. And all of a sudden, great passing by Owen, Richards, and Poulin specifically, and it exploded from a 2-0 lead to 9-0.
And it's been, obviously, Lawrence is a program that is struggling to find itself. They've suffered an 11-0 loss. We saw them lose to Skowhegan 7-0. I think their other loss was 5-0. Winslow, on the other hand, has been riding the crest of the wave here, 15-1-1 last year, but a significant loss with Andrew Poulin, and certainly a significant loss, aside from Poulin's 50 goals, as your goalkeeper, Jason Reynolds. Spicer's a junior, though, stepped right in, and I think they'll be fine there. But they've gotten off to a tough start, too. 0-2-1 for Winslow. But we can clearly see there's a lot of talent here, and not only is there a lot of talent, they know how to play.
Yeah, and it's worth noting, too, while Winslow is 0-2-1 in their start, their goal differential is 6-3. So by no means, right, are they getting killed. Right. And when you lose a lot of talent, I think, as we were talking,
you lost 50.
Yeah, right. When you lose a lot of talent, there's a little bit, I think, of a retooling process in terms of figuring out kind of your new pecking order in terms of the offense and playmakers and who fits with who. I think we were talking as the half wound down. Like you said, you don't think the Cowboys are 40 points better than the Giants. Giants didn't look prepared for the first game, and, that's part of it for Winslow, too. You talk about losing big playmakers, a little bit of a feeling out process once the games actually start to count, and I think that's a little bit what today is.
Well, I think in a lot of ways, Andrew Poulin with 50 goals, and he's been a goal scorer, he's a sniper his whole career. That's almost a safety net for you as a team.
Yes.
You know that kind of guy is going to step up, and he scored 50 in 16, 17 games?
Exactly.
I mean, he was scoring 3 goals a game. He was getting a hat trick a game. So you knew you were going to get that kind of production. Now, frankly, with what we've seen on the front line here today, Joey Richards only has 1, but you can see his obvious skill and see why he is a second-team All-KVAC selection. But, the Bradens and the Brodies have certainly chimed in, too.
Yeah, Richards, 1 goal, 1 assist. Poulin's got no goals but 2 assists. Roderick, excuse me. Roderick's he's got a one each, 1 goal, 1 assist, and then Owen's got 2 goals. And like you said, Willette exploded there at the end of the half for 3 goals. And so, that's...
By the way, before you go any further, our halftime report brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Find them online at hammondlumber.com. Carry on.
Part of it, too, right? You talk about it's a safety net. Not only is it a safety net, it makes it... You can play off of that, right? When you're everybody else, you know that he's going to be there to set up, or you can pass it to him. And that's part of the retooling process to talk about is, okay, now who's option one that kind of sets everybody up? And today it's been Poulin.
What'd you have for shots?
15-1 at the half for Winslow.
That's a domination situation.
And I feel for Grip. We talked about him. I thought he was outstanding in the Skowhegan game, even though they gave up goals. He was just under duress. Here, Winslow didn't put a ton on goal early, so his numbers didn't have to make saves, and he's made some really nice ones, but he's just been caught almost point blank with these shooters, and that's just not a fair matchup.
Yeah, I mean, he's been peppered. It's 15-1, and that is not deceiving in any way, shape, or form. Lawrence has had a difficult time getting the ball on the offensive side of midfield. They have really struggled mightily, and we are underway here in the second half. What did they start with time on the clock? How much?
It was 10 minutes.
No.
10 minutes.
All right, because
it stopped at a minute.
All right, okay, so now it's at 40. I saw it at 41-28, and I'm thinking, what are they doing? They were just adding the 40 to the scoreboard.
A marathon halftime just for you, Mike.
I'll be fine. All right. Winslow's ball here to start the second half. Joey Richards. Raiders will now go left to right. Landon Grip down to the right. Max Spicer down to the left. Spicer might have spent halftime looking for a rocking chair.
Picking daisies.
It was that kind of half. Here is Goldsmith. Goldsmith rolls right around Rogers. Callum Goldsmith. Owen tried to take it away. Finally getting back into the play and knocking the ball away there was Brady Willette.
That was a heck of a run there by Goldsmith.
Very impressive.
Problem is, again, Lawrence has players, I think, capable of making one-on-one plays, but the difference we talked about with Skowhegan and here with Winslow, is chemistry and passing.
Yeah, he needed help there.
Yeah.
And there was nobody to... look off the defenders or think that he was going to pass to them or something like that, and that's what you need. That's what we talk about with the chemistry and the teamwork that obviously Winslow has. All right, Raiders, Rogers over midfield to Poulin. Now to Owen. Owen will leave it. Brody Willette. Brody to the middle. Cleared out by Veyu. In front, looking for a header. Didn't happen. And back it comes to Tyler Neto with a goal in the first half. He's broken up good defensive play there by Mason. Kept in, though, by Winslow. Rogers to Neto, back to Rogers. Rogers with a blast, looking for a tip or a header. Got it, and it's off the post.
That's a third post I've got today for Winslow. First one not by Richards.
Yes.
Richards had the first two.
He scored a goal, then hit 2 posts. All right, Winslow with possession. They have had it in the offensive zone a lot. Raiders with everybody up, all hands on deck. Rogers. One off Goldsmith. Midfield. Pooched up to O'Toole. O'Toole checked by Mason. Veyu by Mason. And at midfield, it's collected by Blakely. Cleared in by Tilton. Owen knocks it down. And Willette blasts it in. Braden Roderick.
The surprise there was a late whistle there because Richard ran over that Lawrence player on his way to chasing that one down.
He sure did. That was Gavin Irving who got flattened.
And Richard's not small. You can see, and that's I don't know. You can talk about it a lot, right? More so in college athletics, but can we talk? Richards is. You can tell he's been in a high school program for a minute compared to some of the Lawrence kids, and it's not that. Again, it's a young team. Richards is big, and we've seen him box out Lawrence defenders.
Lawrence blasted in. Winslow right on it. Speak of the devil, there he is. Look at the speed. Richards to the left foot, angles it in front, right there off the head of O'Toole, and he can't believe he missed.
Yeah, I mean, he was all by himself on the backside.
All set up by Richards. Coming into the game for Lawrence, Noah Spaulding, a junior. Jeremiah Mason will sit down.
I think O'Toole there going for a little bit of style there because I think he easily could have just tried to trap that one with his foot. He had all the space.
Rained pretty much all the way through halftime. It slacked off, though.
Yeah, it let go, but it was coming down pretty good there, as you said, late in the first half into halftime.
All right, Chapman blasts it up off a Winslow head. Rogers off his head, over the head of Poulin. And Lawrence back. Odaveyu, can he keep it in? Nope. Thrown in by Rogers. To O'Toole, and O'Toole beaten to it, and it's cleared out of there by Landon Daigle.
There's a reason why AD's chasing those down, because you get those faster restarts for his team.
Jim Burgoyne has been the ball boy
100%.
All around the field. Owen cleared it up. It's cleared out by Daigle. Ooh. You can hear that. There's a shot wide, and O'Toole in front, not able to get to it.
That was a solid look there. I thought that was more so kind of a let's just shoot it in front, see what happens, but that was a decent look there. O'Toole just couldn't, maybe about a step away from that one.
All right, grip.
Yeah, that's a push.
Yep. Shot. Grip has to move on it, but it wouldn't have counted.
Just that was a get out of my way, I'm going to the goal.
Yes. And it would have been an awesome move if there were no officials on the field.
If only.
Today's game brought to you, as always, by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. They have over 40 academic degrees and programs to choose from. Find your passion, and you can start doing it by going to cmcc.edu. All right, midfield, Lawrence. A brief amount of time there, and now back in the hands of Winslow. Ahead for O'Toole. Can he run it down? O'Toole does run it down. Angles it toward the net. Nobody there in black and orange. And now it's kicked right out of bounds.
I get the resetting there, Lawrence, I think a little bit, almost kind of seeing ghosts to a certain extent there. You kind of kick it out to give your chance at defense to pack in, but there's plenty of space there to try and work with that a little bit.
33-15 left in the second half. Pass in front off the head of Noah Spaulding. Still loose, cleared out by Lawrence. Far side, going to get it is Willett. Willett avoids a check. Richards up to O'Toole, and he is offside.
Significantly offside.
Yes.
Not even close. The other thing for this Lawrence team, I think, is, and why you see it snowball a little bit, is you just expend so much energy playing defense.
Yeah.
It just gets so hard, I think, to mount it the other way, and so you just sort of want to. You're like, just get it out of the end for a little bit. Let me just catch a breather.
All right, and that one goes over everything.
Oh, man, that's in somebody's backyard.
Yes.
A souvenir.
Yeah, just what Jim Burgoyne needs to do is catapult himself over a fence to get a wayward soccer ball. All right, angled in front, cleared by Lawrence. My gosh, we've gone nearly 8 minutes in the second half, and Winslow hasn't scored a goal. They're slipping.
I will say, Lawrence, I think, has done a much better job of packing inside the boxes as Winslow's trying to find those crossers.
O'Toole did a great job there to play it to himself, but he played it too far ahead. Cleared. Blakely out. Pass into Richards. Finds the open man. Back to him from Owen. Richards, a little lead and too far of a lead.
Now, again, I think Lawrence has done a little bit better job packing the box there and getting foot on those crossers, not letting them find Winslow players. But, maybe just not as crisp for the Black Raiders here to start the second half either. Some of those leads just a little bit too far, out of bounds, offsides.
You can get a little laissez-faire when you're up 9-0.
Yeah, I believe so.
Got to take your foot off the gas pedal. That's out. Lawrence going to liberally substitute here in the second half. Bob Town about to empty the bench. Got Isaac Johnson in. Dominic Golder is in. And, of course, number 5, who we don't have.
Spicer's day is done.
He's coming out of the net. And going in is Evan Barlow.
Thanks, Coach. It was a hard day out there. I did what I could.
Shot, save.
It was a heck of a blast by Pullen and a great save by Grip.
Yes. Grip with a tremendous stop. A corner kick coming up here for Winslow.
His 5th save on the day. Again, against Skowhegan, I think he had 16 saves against 7 goals against. And again, 7-0, but it wasn't his fault.
Jacob Owen goes all the way through to shot and a score. That was Joey Richards. Went all the way through to Renton O'Toole, who just kind of pooched it over there. And Richards scores his 2nd of the game.
Give him his 2nd, and I believe that's O'Toole's first point.
Comes at 10-16. 10-zip.
Coach going to like that, too, because it came off the corner piece. It's always good to see something come off those set pieces because I know you work on them a lot.
All right, off the kickoff, it's out. It'll be a Winslow ball. Raiders have hit double digits. Ahead to O'Toole, can't handle. A giveaway. Poulin. Brady. Lays it back. Winslow with more pressure. Shot and a save by Grip. You could hear that hit the hands. That was a blast. I think that was Poulin.
How about the footwork, too? Poulin went around about 3 defenders.
Yeah, very impressive. We'll have a corner kick.
Actually, I think that was Richards.
Was it?
I think it was.
Okay.
We'll take a look at the replay here. Squeeze it in real quick.
Jacob Owen will do the corner kick.
Yeah, I think that was Richards.
All right. Let's give credit where credit is due. Ball ends up near midfield. Here comes Lawrence. An opportunity, but no. Back to break the play up.
And watching the stream, you can't as Galen focuses on the ball, but just see Lawrence just kind of slowly trail it in, just gas from playing defense for, almost 3/4 of this game.
Yeah, when you're playing defense like that, it's tiring because you don't know where you're going.
That's offsides.
Yep, slightly.
Not even close. Oh, I needed some of that. What'd I do?
Yeah.
You were off by a body length. Yeah, but because as you would attest, Mike, tired is different when you're scoring goals than it is when you're trying to play defense. You're running up and down, getting a chance to score goals. You're not quite as tired.
Yeah, well, it's just more fun to play offense. Let's face it, and it is, like I said, tougher playing defense because you don't know where you're going, and it can be very grueling to be chasing all the time like Winslow has been doing this entire game.
Yeah.
All right. Bunch of subs for the Raiders. O'Toole's coming out. We have Peyton, that is Stewart, coming in. Also coming in, Ethan McCaslin.
I think here you're going to see, it looks like, maybe one of the big dogs. Oh, no, it looks like, is that Rod?
Well, Neto is still in there. I can see him.
Yeah, I think the only one of the big players we've been talking about is Braden coming out here. Rodrigo? Roderick. I get that right eventually. Roderick coming out. But
you got to work on the French-Canadian surnames, my friend.
You are correct.
You got work.
We didn't run into a ton of them in baseball.
Shot wide. Well, Winslow certainly known for its French-Canadian population.
Roderick. Yeah, I was just going to say, I would imagine, so Roderick takes a breather, because you're going to rotate your Netos, Poulin, obviously, Richards, at some point out, and they'll probably be done for the day.
Now, just a French-Canadian surname pronunciation lesson here for you.
Yes, sir.
You've got Roderick, the way he pronounces it. Meanwhile, I have a doctor who spells his name the same way and insists we call him Dr. Rodrigue. So it's personal choice.
Okay. I like Roderick better.
So you got to ask.
It's got more, it feels like it has more zest to it.
Roderick?
Yeah, Roderick.
Okay.
Speaking of zest, Richard's sitting down and Neto sitting down.
Yeah, he's kind of zesty. They're both kind of zesty.
Yeah, I got him down for 6 shots on the day. 2 posts, by the way.
Yeah.
2 goals.
They're kind of zesty.
To any defense, he is for sure.
$10-0. 25:35 left in the first half. Ball's out. More subs coming in the game for Lawrence. Bobtown emptying the bench. And that is a youthful-looking trio that's about to come in, too.
Again, if you didn't get to see the Skowhegan game or just joining us for this one, no seniors, 5 juniors on this Lawrence team. Just a team just loaded with sophomores and freshmen. Extremely young.
You've heard of Dumb and Dumber. This is Young and Younger.
Again, the reason they say it's taking your lumps is because only a knock in the head is the thing you'll remember.
Hopefully. High ball knocked down. Cleared by Winslow into Lawrence territory. And let's see what happens here. And a save is what happens here by Grip off the foot there of Noah Spaulding. And now a goal. And it's 11-0. I didn't see who scored that.
Well, watching the replay here, because that was just a great save there by Grip. Poulin.
Brady Poulin.
Yeah, that was, give him his credit. Unless there's a different 21. No, I think he took his jersey off. I think that was Spicer. Had the first shot, and it got saved, and then Spicer found Poulin slicing through the middle.
All right, so Spicer's playing out.
Yeah, he came out of the goal and now playing some forward.
Nice. That's always cool.
And he picked up an assist.
All right, this will be a throw-in for Winslow.
That was Poulin's first goal of the game.
As we move along here, chance now to thank the new sponsors on board here of our Score local sports broadcast. Joseph's Market on Front Street in Waterville, famous for fine meats. The Harry J. Smith Company on 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, been serving the Central Maine community for over 100 years. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan on Water Street in Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. So glad to have Joseph's Market, Harry J. Smith Company, and Computer Improvements on as sponsors of local sports on the Score, because without them, we can't do it.
Yeah, and for those, obviously, if you watch the stream, occasionally you might catch a glimpse. We obviously try to keep the camera on the action so you don't get to see Mike drooling whenever we talk about. Or
Joseph's.
Play the commercial for Joseph's Market.
Yeah, they're That's the finest looking meat case I've ever seen. And is that in? It is. And so the hits just keep on coming.
They're Poulin, I think, just displaying his ability. Again, I pointed out that last goal was his first one. Not so much because it was surprising, but I think because he's been so vital as a playmaker, it has allowed kind of Richards, right, to kind of do what he has done today with a lot of shots. But now you're starting to see that's 4 points total for Poulin, 2 assists and 2 goals.
22:45 left in the first half. Here's Poulin.
Speaking of Joseph's, I still maintain that we're supposed to get like a sample pack or something as part of this deal.
Yes, for promotional purposes. The announcers have been paid in sausage.
I will happily eat sausages during halftime and talk about them.
Yeah. When all else fails, there's always sausage.
Some mustard and some peppers, that's all I need, but I will take others.
Callum Goldsmith, I did that Sunday for week 1 in the NFL. Ooh. Some sweets and some spices.
I'm doing wings this weekend.
With just a pile of peppers and onions.
Love it. Love it.
With stone ground mustard.
Mike, look, I'm already drooling. I can only drool so much, Mike.
Some very good stuff.
Roderick checking back in as Poulin takes a seat.
Throw into Braden Roderick. Broken up by Goldsmith. Callum Goldsmith. Taken back by Winslow. Stewart. Roderick. Got it up, and Grip slides out and beats the Winslow player to the ball, Spicer.
I think Grip misjudged that, thought it was going to get out of bounds, and then sort of put himself in a bad position because now he's already gotten out of the goal, and he just had to kick that one out for a corner here for Winslow.
All right, it's a corner for Roderick. High arcing, it's by the head there of Rogers, and it's cleared. Or checked out of, it was Rogers who jumped up, number 8.
Yeah, he kept it away from Grip, but just couldn't quite get anything on it to get it towards the goal.
All right, Lawrence efforting the clear. Not going to happen there. Raiders keep it in. Winslow 20 minutes away from win number 1.
That's up that goal differential. I said even though they're 0-2-1, 6-4 or 6 against 3-4. So the goals again or the goal spread there not massive, but
no.
A 12-0 shutout, potentially more, going to help that spread.
Yeah, that's going to help your goal differential a lot. A drive and a save by Grip. Rebound though to Stewart. He left a tasty one there, but Stewart couldn't do anything with it. Header by Lawrence. Kept alive by Blakely. He got stuffed.
Roderick nearly, he hit the goal on that one. I think he's just showing off the range on that last one.
And Giroux not able to catch up.
We getting a water break?
Well, we're getting a break, so we'll take it too. 19:46 left first half. It's Winslow 12, Lawrence nothing. Back after this, this is boys high school soccer on the Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and Jonna Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus, here for you today and through all points of your life.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Randy Belanger purchased the Harry J. Smith Company over 7 years ago, knowing his customers expected the same quality service as they have always received for over 100 years. With 10 bays and 12 employees, we can have most of your repairs done the same day. Whether it's on your car, truck, or RV, we can handle it. Just call us and let us go to work for you. The Harry J. Smith Company, 13 Sanger Avenue in Waterville, keeping your vehicle on the road for over 100 years and doing it the right way.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here post-game. They have called this one. That's why I say post-game. You might have heard me on the way out just before we went to commercial. We thought they were taking a break, but the break is permanent. It is over with. They have called this one with just about 20 minutes left, and it'll go into the books as a 12-0 win here for the Winslow Black Raiders. You know, eventually here this week, fellas, we're going to actually do a full game. Not today.
Jeez.
It's been a while.
What, Coney was called? And then,
well, we didn't even get a game on last week in Oakland because of lightning. And then Friday night, we did get a full game in Saturday in Winslow, but here today, this one called with about 20 minutes to go because, well, frankly, the issue was not in doubt. The Winslow Black Raiders on top, and they are the winners here, 12-0. Richard scored 2 goals. He scored the first one and the next to the last one for Winslow. First one at 4:52. Then about 14 minutes later, the barrage began. Roderick and Owen, then Neto, then Owen again, then Roderick, then Brody Willett, that is, scored 3 in a row, a natural hat trick, 7, 8, and 9. And then Richards, scored again in the second half at 10:16 to make it 10-0. Poulin scored to make it 11-0, and I didn't even remember. I didn't write it down who got the 12th goal. So,
Poulin.
It was.
Yeah, he got back-to-back.
All right, so Poulin scored back-to-back goals to finish it up. So a resounding win here for Winslow today, and they get their first win of the season after 2 very close losses and a 1-1 tie that they played with Gardner. So the Black Raiders, after a 15-1-1 season a year ago that saw them go to the Class B North Final, get their first win of the season here today. Got some numbers for us?
Yeah, so total points, leader ended up being Poulin, 2 goals, 2 assists for him. Tied with 3 points apiece was Willett, who, of course, had that hat trick, all on back-to-back-to-back goals. And then Richards finished with 2 goals and an assist. And then the only other person who had more than one was Roderick. He had a 1 assist, 1 goal, and then you had 5 other players with 1 point, either a goal or assist. And then 60 minutes of game action versus 80. Winslow outshot Lawrence 23-1.
A resounding victory for sure. So Winslow gets the bugaboo off their back, and this team that won 15 out of 17 during the regular season a year ago gets win number 1 on the year. They are 1-2-1, and Lawrence, it's just going to be one of those years you're going to take your lumps, and hopefully it'll make you better because of it. Tomorrow, we've got high school field hockey. Hamden Academy will be in Oakland to take on Messalonsky. Game time is 5 o'clock. AJ and I will be there. Galen will be there running our camera. Live audio and video at 1160thescore.com and centralmainsports.com, all brought to you by Central Maine Community College in Auburn. So for Galen and AJ, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Kennebec Savings Bank Field in Winslow. Final in this one, called early. The Winslow Black Raiders 12, Lawrence Bulldogs nothing.
This high school sports presentation on the place for local sports, The Score, has been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone & Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Joseph's Market, the Harry J. Smith Company, and by Computer Improvements. For all your local sports action, keep it right here on the place for local sports, The Score.